Today we are presenting a range of products with YPEs. First of all, I wanted to talk about what we are already talking about, yeast protein extracts. Why do we talk about this? We've seen how we have a wide range of possibilities and research about this, and we have protein extracts that have different possibilities of application and implementation. That's why with the quality control of yeast in the University of Udine defined many YPs. We have a huge range that allows us to apply different things depending on the needs of the winery. Nowadays, protein extracts fulfill the needs of the daily wineries. They are products that are not from an animal origin, and they are very sustainable and natural. This is the main idea. We need to replace gelatins. With these 4 solutions I'm going to present, we want to give an answer to the needs of enologists. If we talk about CYTO and we define them as a yeast gelatin, we want to talk about the replacement of gelatins. CYTO is our first product. It fulfills the needs of offering consumers answers for producing vegan wines as an alternative to gelatins. We all know how gelatin works, and it works very well. We have to admit that. CYTO can be the solution at 360 degrees. Here we see how we use chitosan, and synergies would be very productive to improve sedimentation. I want you to show you different examples that we're seeing at the wineries. Here we see how it affects turbidity in white wine, Pinot Grigio, and we see how CYTO acts to reduce turbidity as a gelatin. The difference with the must is not very remarkable. And then we see a comparison with a rosé wine, and we could reduce some defects, some notes, but volume and fullness and fruity notes were increased. It is very important to say that the idea is that gelatin can be helpful, but sometimes it can eliminate interesting things as well. In the pink one, it allowed to have anthocyanins in suspension. CYTO. For wines with an excess of colors due to over-ripening, it sometimes happens and it's normal. So this is the first answer that we offer from the point of the harvest and the vinification as well. So it's a YP associated to bentonites with a very deproteinization power and a small part of charcoal. It has a very high capacity of separation. This can sound obvious and evident, but they are paramount to offer solutions with low dosages, we already reach good results. Here we have examples. The first one is a graph where we can see the capacity of decreasing turbidity. If we have a higher dosage, turbidity is better. But the idea of this test was to analyze catechins, and it was reduced up to 50% with a normal dosage that we use. So the enologist didn't use the maximum dosage, just to tackle and see how it was working. CYTO, it's a product that we really like, and it's within our range because it applies to vegan wines. It contains PVPP, that's why it's not within the organic ones, but it's a YPE with PVPP. So the aim is to retain anthocyanins and catechins, and this is the main objective. Chitosan action goes towards the chelating of metals, for white wines especially, to protect aromas. I'm speaking too fast because we have time for questions as well, so I don't want to be talking that fast. We have more examples. And we see the decrease of catechins, always 420 as at a percentage. On the other hand, we did a wine tasting, because the first thing we did was that the PVPP can lead to problems for the organoleptic situations. Celotti already answered very well, decreasing color, but respecting as well, so we could clarify without stressing the wine. It's a wine that has been manufactured with a low sulfur level, so the evolution was already quite progressed. CYTO, it's very well known in many wineries, and it improves turbidity. It's for red and pink wines, for its capacity for tannins, bitter tannins, and they need an evolution towards sweet tannins, an organoleptic impact that is important, and we need to work on this to do the fining process of the wine. Here we see a report about the improvement of turbidity, but we need time. It's a clarification that requires more time, but it acts in a way that for red wines, the organoleptic profile improved towards fruity notes, eliminating astringency in most cases. One thing I wanted to show, apart from the possibility of stabilizing the color, because if I use one stabilizer that eliminates color and anthocyanins as well, this is something that I have to think and I have to prevent. We are talking about the news about 2020 and the quercetin. It's a molecule that can be unstable after years in very stable wine. It is present in bottled wines. In Italy, we have this wine with this characteristic, and it can have this, so to say, ugly sediment. And we already know that PVPP is very active on this molecule, but it's not advisable to use it. And we saw how the YPE is helping us in this way, and cytofine has this capability to prevent precipitations of quercetins. To sum up and to explain everything, cytocol and cytofine, they seem to have the same composition, but the real difference is the selection of YPEs, in which we see that cytocol is for all masts on wines, for traditional and conventional wines, but also for vegan and organic wines. While cytofine is for red and pink wines that need an organoleptic improvement to improve color stability as well, and the tannins. Cytostab and cytoclar are more or less for white wines and pink wines, and masts as well. Cytostab has silica as well to improve filterability of the product. These proposals focus on the process. It can be used with other adjuvants, of course. We can associate cytoclar with bentonite. There's no problem at all of interaction, I mean. And we have better results in some cases, actually. So here I finish. It went very fast, but we are at your entire disposal to keep talking. Thank you so much.